Hey guys, welcome to Offshoot Comics Off Topic. We're your host, Kirby Kid.
And super sick Black Superman.
Oh my god. Also known as David Clark.
And Walter Bryant.
And yeah, it's been a while, but we're back. And Walter already messed up the opening, so this bodes well for the rest of the video.
Actually, I didn't mess it up. I just decided to add something to it.
You messed it up.
Hopefully, I won't be sick ever again.
You're fired.
Like ever again.
Out of the cannon.
Yeah, no.
Into the sun.
No cannons. Well, you can fire me into the sun. I'm Superman. It's fine.
You think you are. Anyways, so I know we've been gone for a while, but we had an interesting conversation the other day after Christmas about Shikamaru from Naruto, and we went into it for a while, so we figured, hey, you know what, that'd make a great video.
So. Yeah, and since you guys haven't heard from us for a while, and we need to talk about something that you guys will find interesting, we find interesting, and we can talk about for a minute. Yeah. That'll be good.
So let's get into it. So, if you're caught up with Boruto right now, and if you're not, this is going to be spoiler heavy, so, deal with that. Naruto, as the 7th Hokage, is currently sealed away in an alternate dimension. And, there's obviously talks whenever Hokage is down for a minute, who's the next one? And I've seen some people talking about Shikamaru being a valid candidate for 8th Hokage. And so we're going to talk about all the reasons why we disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, let's start with the beginning. He's lazy now.
Well, he's less lazy now.
He's less lazy now.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, yeah. So you sent me that link to the novel, and I read that one novel where he starts off as he's lazy. He doesn't really give a crap. He doesn't really want to do anything. He's gonna let people make him do things. Then he gets sent off on a mission, and then when he comes back from that mission, he now is more dedicated to the ninja world because he wants to keep it at peace.
Well, and also like him having a kid changed his his worldview as well. But I mean, just his whole setup just doesn't does not scream Hokage. Like even back from when he became a Chunin, I disagree with that. The fact that he
moved on to
he gave up and became a Chunin. No, he should have been failed for that.
Wait, no. He didn't just give up and become a Chunin. He gave up, became a Chunin, and became a leader.
Yeah, and so like that, and I know like the whole thing was, sometimes you have to know when to retreat. Let's make Shikamaru versus Temari very real. Shikamaru runs out of chakra. There's no escaping from Temari. We saw when she went to go rescue Shikamaru, she leveled an entire forest in all directions because she couldn't find the person, and they ended up dead. Shikamaru is not powerful enough to run away. The 4th Hokage, he can just blink out and be gone. People like Naruto and Sasuke, they can literally run away that quick, But Shikamaru can't do that. And if that had been a real situation, he would have died.
And he would have gotten his entire team killed.
And then his first mission as a leader, had it not been for Temari in the sand, his whole team would have been killed. So it showed he was not ready for that. So I really think that was a bad lesson for him to learn, that sometimes it's okay to give up, because it's not in combat, not in the heat of the moment, unless you're somehow powerful enough to get away.
And let's be clear about something. Okay, surrender is not retreat. Those aren't the same thing.
Right.
They said you need to know when to retreat. No, retreat is back up, figure out a plan to go back.
Right.
No, surrender is I give up. You take me. You do what you want to. You get my jutsu. You give it to your village. We're all dead.
Because honestly, with at the time with the sand being a secret enemy, what happens if Temari said, "Whoops, I didn't see that he put his hand up and just killed him anyway to get rid of one more Konoha shinobi,"
Which wasn't unlikely at that
point. No, exactly, because they did it like 5 minutes later. They were trying to kill everybody. So, so I never liked how he became Chunin. And I get it. The guy is really smart. Like he's really smart, but he doesn't always make the best calls. So let's bring it up to the Boruto era. In one of the novels, I believe it's the Shinden novel for Shikamaru. There's like a disagreement between the 5 Kages. The Rock Village is thinking about taking over some territory that's allied with the Cloud Village and some other stuff. And because he's so, bent on peace or whatever, he decides to shout out paralysis everyone in the room, the Kages and their guards. Now, right off the bat, you'd have to kill Shikamaru after this just to make peace with the other Kages. If the Kage wasn't Naruto.
Yeah, I mean, and let's not skip over the fact that Naruto just sort of waved that off and said, "What the hell's wrong with you?"
I think any of the Kages could have done that.
Probably, but
Yeah.
they wanted to see what Naruto would do.
Yeah.
So they gave him
a
moment.
They said, yeah. Like, hey, whose man's is this? you know, but like, and like, let's say if he had killed Tsuchikage, and then of course, Chojuro probably gonna jump in there too. Let's say he killed one or two Kages. That doesn't stop the war. That escalates the war. So that shows he has horrible decision-making abilities.
Yeah, and then again, like we discussed before, if someone decides to start a war, you don't go hire the next guy who wants peace. You go hire the guy you think is going to win the war.
Right. And and I think with Shikamaru, like, yeah, he's very smart, but I think his arrogance and how smart he is leads him to believe that everything he decides to do is right, it seems to me. Like, I like the character, don't get me wrong. His power set's pretty cool. And he's great as an advisor until he starts trying to snap people's necks, but he's not a Kage. Because on top of the fact that he makes bad decisions, which almost cause even bigger wars, he's not strong enough.
Well, okay, so the problem with that is that he saw Kakashi be Hokage.
Yeah.
So in his mind, especially because Kakashi had lost his powers by the time that happened. So in his mind,
well,
he
lost the Sharingan. He still has other stuff.
Well, I mean, he still has
and
other stuff.
He's able to compensate because now he wasn't losing chakra constantly.
Yeah, but the thing that made him legendary had been his Sharingan. Now, granted, he had other things going on.
Right.
He had more powers and whatever. But the thing that had made him legendary had been the Sharingan. So that was gone. And in analysis, because once again, Shikamaru thinks that he knows everything. In analysis, he's like, well, he doesn't even have his powers anymore, and he's still Hokage. I can be Hokage.
The thing is, though, the world knows and respects Kakashi. Like he's proven himself. Now, granted, Shikamaru's also proven himself, but he's just done it on a less impressive level. And granted, I know like Kakashi was kind of a lazy Kage, but he was basically there to keep the seat warm for Naruto because he never wanted to be there. He was just there to bridge the gap.
Yeah, he didn't even claim it for like a year.
Yeah, but I mean, I get why he was upset with Kakashi, but it's like, yeah, I still think Kakashi could kill you though. Like, no like if he decided to, he could. And I think almost any Kage could probably break out of the shadow paralysis hold. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, but see, I don't think that Shikamaru is really worried about holding it for very long if he's going to use it for assassination. He just needs a couple of seconds. The problem is that, like, those particular Kage were powerful enough, he's not going to get it a couple of seconds.
Right. Plus, all they have to do is strengthen their neck with chakra and be like, no. and like, we can sit here and see who lasts longer. see who's got more chakra.
Yeah, that's not.
There's a reason why we wear the cool hat, and you stand behind the guy that wears the cool hat. And then of course, you saw how easily Naruto shrugged it off. He's like, stop it.
But I mean, that's Naruto. Though.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that's the only reason why he's still alive after that meeting. It's because of Naruto. And then of course, just like outside of Kakashi not being that strong, with Naruto being as monumentally strong as he is, no village is going to respect Shikamaru taking over for him because the power difference is so vast. Like Naruto is strong enough that he can enforce his ideals on the whole world because you can't stop him. Same with the first Hokage. He was comfortable with handing out the tailed beast because it's like, yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Like, I can just take it back whenever I feel like it.
Yeah.
Shikamaru has no strength to boast to these other people who are much, much stronger than him. Because for the most part, his skill set hasn't changed that much,
or even upgraded that much.
I mean, he's stronger at it. He's faster at it.
Adult,
he doesn't need to do the hand sign anymore. But it's like, you really think if the Cloud decided to go to war with you, that Shikamaru is going to go to war with Dari? No.
No, Shikamaru is going to be in the war room telling you
what to do,
what he thinks you need to do.
Right, but like, I can't actually
that kind of power.
Because like, I mean, look, who can kill Shikamaru from his village? I think Rock Lee, obviously. Rock
Sai.
Lee is gonna do it. I think Sai could do it in his sleep. You wouldn't even know about it. We just wake up dead. For sure, Sasuke was just gonna walk in and be like, "Dude, come on, come on, just kill yourself. Make it easy."
Sakura.
Sakura could do it. I think she could do it. Tamari, I think, can still do it. I think that's never
Yeah.
changed. Um, I think depending on how strong Choji is in his giant butterfly mode, I think he can outpower it.
That may be true.
This man
Yeah.
threw hands with the 10-tailed beast, so
Yeah.
I think he could. I think he can handle a little shadow guy. Um, Shino, because Shino doesn't even need to move to kill you. He can just sit there, and you don't know that 3 days ago a bug that he put on you started poisoning you slowly.
Or just ate your chakra.
Yeah. I mean, so it's like there's too many other candidates that I think are better than him. I think like the best thing to do for Eighth Hokage would be for a mixture of Shikamaru, Sakura, and a few of the other smarter people in the generation to start grooming Sarada as the next Hokage. Because you put it in Chiha as a Kage, people are gonna respect that from the name alone. You know. Also, it can't be Sasuke because
No, he can't. Yeah,
it can't be him.
It can't be him.
He knows
you're,
that.
You're starting a war, right?
Like power wise, he could be him. It can't be him just because of his name. But if you put Sarada up there, because she has the will and she has the power set to one day be there, So you just start grooming her, and then you have Kakashi step back in like the third did, have him step back in for a little bit, and you just start raising her to be the next Hokage, you know. Because we know, God knows, Konohamaru can't do it. He's trash.
One day, I'd like to do a video or a podcast on why they don't do it as a tribunal or as a council.
They have a council that advises the Hokage.
They have an old people council who listens to the Hokage.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, why don't we have like a ninja council?
They do. They have sway. They have power. Something that they can override the Hokage.
Really?
Yeah. The point of the Hokage is that, I mean, outside of having like the final person to try and make the choices, because every ship needs one captain. It's somebody whose name and power is enough to scare off other people. Like who out of the 5 villages is gonna walk in the Konoha looking like, I'm gonna take this over? Nobody. No dang body.
Well,
not now.
Not now. No.
Not from Earth. The Otsutskis will, because they're like yeah, we're gods here. But like, what human's gonna walk in there and be like, yeah, I'm gonna take this? Really, dude?
Yeah. Well, when you consider the fact that the Hokage could be fighting you while he's sitting at his desk.
Yeah.
And he's not even actually paying you that much attention, and he's destroying you.
Right. I mean, you look at the other Kages. Like Gaara. Everyone knows if you go into the Sand Village and you look at somebody sideways, the whole ground that you're on is Gaara's weapon. You're not going to win that fight unless you're a Naruto tier person. So he being the figurehead is very imposing to other people. Same thing when the fourth Raikage was around. Hey, he doesn't use doors. He just goes through walls.
That was kind of cool.
It was hilarious. Like there was an easily accessible door he could go through. He's like, no, I'm going through the wall. So that's what the Kages are there for. And Shikamaru does not strike fear in anyone's heart.
No,
because he might have some cool tricks up his sleeve, which might set you back. But if it comes to face combat, if it comes to pain, walking in your village, he's not going to do anything to stop it.
That's true.
And
then again, when he does interject himself, he only has a limited amount of time because his power just isn't that strong. I mean, it's cool, and against like your like normal warrior class, and it's great. But when you start talking about people with that type of power, then no, he's
and of course with Boruto's age or the Boruto timeline right now is what they're fighting the Otsutsuki. He tried the shadow move on Otsutsuki. He just absorbed it and used it right back at him. The reason why Naruto and Sasuke were able to take down the Otsutsuki is because they have enough power to do jutsus and taijutsu. Shikamaru's taijutsu is not strong enough to go to war with an alien demigod. Because remember, they had to resort to just beating the dude in the face
Are you saying that he can't just punch people in the face?
He can't.
Are you saying that he's so weak that even though he may be a skilled martial artist,
Yeah.
that he may at best be able to break a few boards?
No, like he can like if he was if he was doing a strictly taijutsu match with most ninjas, he would be okay. The problem is he doesn't have that next level taijutsu where he can go to war with an Otsutsuki.
Okay, now, I like professional wrestling. You don't.
No, I don't.
Okay,
Not at all.
In professional wrestling, there is a thing that basically goes like this. People throw at you what they think you can take. So if you're a little weak guy, they're gonna come at you with little weak guys. Now this is the Leaf Village. You're not going to get a bunch of little weak guys coming into the Leaf Village trying to start some junk. So people who are going to come in there that he's going to face to begin with, they're already going to be next to God tier.
Right.
So he's not going to get just some normal guy to throw hands with.
It's going to be
always going to be
a Hokage or something,
Yeah.
Like now, you saw the Naruto Sasuke versus Momoshiki fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, like, remember when they realized they couldn't use jutsus, and Naruto had to do hand to hand with the Otsutsuki? That one really cool scene of them going back and forth. Yeah. Shikamaru can't hang in that.
No.
And that dude was not the best Otsutsuki. There's more of them out there.
And again, this village, the Leaf Village, that's who's coming in.
Right. And then, on top of that, Naruto was at half. Yeah, he'd been drained at that point and was able to just keep up with dude like that. At one point, the Otsutsuki guy, he used the Hyuga's move and he closed Naruto's Tenketsu off. Naruto just opened it back up. If you close down Shikamaru's Tenketsu, he's just done using chakra for the day. He just done like boom. Oh, you right. I mean, because think about it, even the other Kages when they were trying to fight the Otsutsuki, they were kind of useful for a couple seconds, and then they were done. Shikamaru's not even at that level.
Yeah.
Because his one killer move, that dude is already like, huh, that's cute. Thank you for it. I appreciate having this move now. The other Kages they were able to go to hand. Now, I mean, they got mollywopped. I mean, like the worst one was Tsuchikage. She had her Earth Fist, and he just like blocked it, and he just like clocked her in the head. She was like, "Yep, I'm done." he just turned her off, like, "Oh well." But Shikamaru can't do better than that. He can't.
Well, but he can think real. He can think good.
He's great as an advisor. Just don't bring him to any meeting of the Kage where he's mad, and don't bring him to a Otsutsuki fight. So that I would say power wise, like potentially power wise, the best person in Boruto's generation, I think, to take over power wise would be Boruto eventually, just because he comes from a line of Kages, but he doesn't want to be a Kage. He wants to be more like Sasuke. So your best bet when it comes to power and willingness to do it, I think it would be Sarada. Plus, for what it would mean for the village, getting over its past hatred of the Uchiha, that would totally end that curse of hatred forever.
Yeah, would it?
Yeah, because they all they wanted to do was be Hokage. They just wanted one. They didn't even say they wanted to be the only Kage. They said we just wanted to turn. We just wanted to turn. We helped found the village because half that village was founded by the Uchiha. So they just wanted to turn. That was it. They never said they wanted to be the only Kage. They wanted Fugaku, Sasuke's dad, to be the fourth, not the last, not the only, the fourth in a line. they didn't ask for much. So I think definitely putting Sarada up there would be good for the village, but also once she grows into her Sharingan. And of course, she has the drawback of the Sharingan draining her faster because she's only a half-blooded Uchiha. But I think when she combines that with Sakura's 100 seals in her head, I think she'll be able to counteract that. I know. Yeah, I know. Full-blooded Uchiha, inbred. Same thing with the Hyuga.
Yeah.
And
Naruto
injected the only bit of new blood into the Hyuga clan they never had.
I just realized that when you said it. I had never thought about it before.
Yeah. That's why she doesn't use her Sharingan all the time, because her body is unable to keep up with the strain as much as a true Uchiha. But the thing is, though, because Sakura has the 100 Seals move, if she teaches that to Sarada, the ability to store chakra and use it and basically be immortal in combat. That plus super strength plus a Sharingan.
Pretty
That's a
devastating.
pretty good power set. Um, which also would once she gets more powerful would be good against the Otsutsuki because it's hand to hand.
Mm.
Like she can already do the super strength move. Like we've seen that. Like she's already got super strength. So you train that with the Sharingan. She's really good at using Genjutsu. There was a filler arc where well I mean it's technically not filler. Nothing's filler in Boruto anime now. They've said there's an arc where Boruto and Sarada were being Genjutsu into fighting each other to the death, and they were each given swords. They were trying to kill each other, and when Boruto came down with his sword, she looked at it and saw herself in the reflection, turned on her Sharingan, and Genjutsu'd herself out of that. Like
That's deep.
that's pretty slick. Like that's some Hokage level stuff right there. She's like 13, so I figure you give her like 3 or 4 good years being trained by like top tier people in the Konoha while Kakashi takes over again, like she's gonna be Hokage level because we already know there's a 2 or 3 year time skip coming.
Uh-huh.
So I think by the time that time skip happens, I think she's ready for the role, and it wouldn't be the first time a 15-year-old has been a Kage. So in regard to when he was 15,
True.
yeah.
But yeah, like
Plus she's already got 2 elements too. She's got lightning and fire, like which I know is normal to us seeing that, but you have to remember in the Naruto universe, like Shunin, like it's hard to get 2 elements. Jonin, like, hey, I might one day have a third element. She's 13 and she's got 2 before she leaves the academy. Like in that world, that's top tier.
and that's not Shikamaru.
Yeah. Plus, I think there's a possibility, depending on if Sasuke was to die, I'm pretty sure his last act would be to send his eyes, at least his eyes, to
To his body.
Sakura and tell her give these to Sarada. Because that way she can achieve the top tier of Uchiha power without having to do the whole hatred thing. Like, 'cause Sasuke's already past that step.
Yeah.
So this way it's like, here,
He's achieved.
take my eyes.
Mangekyo.
We don't have to worry about you going down that path. You're good to go. Now you've got Susanoo and the Rinnegan.
And you don't have to murder your friend.
Exactly. But what would be crazy though is like my like dream scenarios because in the opening chapter we see that the Leaf Village has been destroyed. If she doesn't have Sasuke's eyes by then, I can see her seeing the destruction of the leaf and having that give her Mangekyo. Because for Mangekyo to happen, you have to suffer an extreme loss. The easiest way for that was killing your best friend, but there are other ways to do it. I think.
But I mean, really, shouldn't Sasuke have already, achieved that, his family being murdered and all that?
Well, that awoken his Sharingan. And then
He should have just dropped him all the way.
you have to progress through the levels of Sharingan first. You can't just.
He should have just woke up. He should have just woke up with
Mangekyo, just boom, done. Because I remember Obito got his by seeing Rin die, not by killing him herself.
Yeah,
so I think if she hasn't awakened Mangekyo by then, that's probably when she'll get it. And it'd be interesting to see Sasuke try and lead her down a different path. Because I think if she does awaken her own Mangekyo, but is able to take a different path than most Uchihas, I think there might be something else that she unlocks. As opposed to just going down like the regular Mangekyo path, she might be able to unlock something else by going the other way.
Huh. A new power that none of the other ones have ever
Probably
had.
a new power that doesn't require as much chakra, too, which would be fantastically convenient. But the point is, like, she has the ability to one day be Hokage.
Okay, wait. Okay, let's think about this for a second, just analytically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we are now talking about how a 13-year-old girl probably is worthy of being Hokage.
Yeah, no, she has everything going for her to be Hokage one day.
But Shikamaru doesn't.
And another thing that Shikamaru has that's that would cause a little bit of trouble is that Tamari is from the Kazekage clan. In Sand Village, it's a bloodline thing, which means when he married Tamari, he married into Sand royalty. His child, Shikadai, is in line to be the next Kazekage. That was an issue. They said, wait, our advisor is marrying into the clan of the Kazekage. there could be a little bit of there could be a little bit of a conflict of interest there, you know, with his family being royalty for the Sand. Now, thankfully, the Sand are are homies with the Leaf, but you know they used to not be. That goes back and forth, so there's a little bit of conflict, there as well. He's technically part of two different opposing areas,
Yeah, and
potentially.
then eventually, well, I mean, he's cold and calculating, so I don't think that his loyalty would actually be an issue. I think that I think loyalty would probably be more an issue for his marriage than it would be for his village.
Well, I mean, you put the right pressure on a man, saying, with his wife and kid, the balance. He might go, you know what? I can live in the sand, and I think he could, if he was Hokage and Naruto and Sasuke are dead. I think the pressure can get to him. But as long as Naruto and Sasuke are alive, which is why he's not a good Hokage, he's free to do what he does because he's never going to be the one to enforce it.
That's true.
He felt comfortable enough to attack the five Kages because he knows
Naruto.
Naruto is there. You know good and well if it was Kakashi there as Hokage, he's not going to he might try and kill him in the bathroom or something, but he ain't going to try and kill him in front of everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
So like Naruto is that safety blanket. you know.
Yeah, it's funny. That sort of reminds me, and like I know we're a little bit over time, but it sort of reminds me. There's this, I think it's an episode of Justice League where the Flash is talking about, like, they think Superman is dead, and so the Flash is talking is like, dude, I don't know what we're supposed to do because I've always just jumped into stuff knowing that Superman was always there to bail me out. He ain't here.
All right.
So
Goku or Naruto's gone.
Yeah, Naruto's gone. I can't just be jumping into stuff.
You can't chest your way to this one, Shikamaru.
Yeah, and see, and that's gonna change the way he responds to things too.
Yeah,
because like he's always known, even when Naruto was little. Once they started realizing the kind of power Naruto had, he always knew, I'm Naruto's friend. If I go jump into this and it goes sideways, there's a good chance Naruto shows up and bails me out.
Well, I mean, definitely, like what really cemented that, not just for him but for everybody in the village, was during the Fourth Ninja War, where Naruto single-handedly supplied everyone with chakra so they could fight for 2 days in a row. If that that showed the whole world, this, as long as he's around, we're gonna be okay. Like, we'll have our little squabbles, but it won't get super bad because he's here. It's kind of like My Hero Academia. When All Might retired, oh, everyone's like, oh, what do we do now, guys? I don't know. I feel like this is the end, So, but I don't. I mean, I think Shikamaru is very smart. He's very talented. He's a good fighter. He's a good advisor. But he can never be Hokage.
He's a great B character.
Yeah, he's not Hokage. I think Shikadai, with how they've been showing him in his power set, they also made him a Chunin very early too. I think Shikadai could have the potential because he doesn't have the chakra setbacks that Shikamaru has. He inherited Tamari's chakra pool. He also has access to all of her moves too. Like he knows wind style as well. So I mean, theoretically, he might be able to level 4, so just like like his mom could. So he does have the power. It's just that he could probably never be Hokage because he's also in line to be Kazekage. So that's probably a little bit of an issue.
Well, then, but he'll never get a chance to be either one. Then
he could be. I think the Kazekage clan would take him because like they don't have the ability to be as picky as a Leaf does. So like if Gaara died, and then his adopted son died, or they realized they didn't want an adopted person as the Kage, like it would fall to Shikadai, and that could be interesting if as a twist, if Shikamaru and Tamari leave the village to go to the sand because Shikadai is Hokage. It'd be awkward, but like since the sand and Leaf are homies, like that would be like, instead of saying no, their best bet would be like, hey, go leave the sand village because we know you were raised here. Hopefully we're still friends. But I just don't think Shikamaru has what it takes. He's not Kage level.
He can't be a Kage.
He's not. I mean,
unless you started.
I don't even think he has Kage level reasoning. What Kage is going to try and kill the other 5 or the other 4 at a meeting? in a room full of people because you're not killing everybody at the same time. You might get one. The rest are gonna live to tell the tale. Like if he kills Tsuchikage, one of her assistants was gonna go at Shikamaru. The other is probably gonna get a message out first and then go try and kill Shikamaru. So now the whole world knows what happened.
Mm-hmm. Now, some of what Shikamaru has done is just to make sure that Naruto doesn't get his hands dirty.
Right.
And also to make sure, like any Kage, like
yeah.
Hiruzen
had Danzo.
Yeah.
So like, everyone has that shadow person.
Yeah. So you keep that person around, and they're around, and they really are just the guy who goes, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do the dirty work so that your name doesn't get sullied. However, when you're gonna do something like try to murder the Kage, you gotta have someone with more power.
Yeah.
In on this with you, because you can't do it. I mean, he thought he could apparently.
No.
But he can't do it.
Now, if it was Sasuke making that choice, Sasuke could clear the other 4 Kages.
Yeah.
Pretty easily. Everyone in the room would be dead, and then but then here's the thing though. If everybody ends up getting killed except for the Hokage, I wonder who did it. Well, I wonder which village was behind this attack.
You could sort of possibly pass off the idea that Naruto's just so powerful that he survived.
Yeah, that'd be the second time a person from the Leaf Village has tried to attack all the Kages. They're like, yo, at a certain point they're like, hey, this Leaf Village is a problem, yo. Like,
yeah, now you got the entire other 4 villages just against the Leaf.
Right. So
they're gonna lose though.
I mean, it comes down to that. That was a stupid choice. That was an objectively stupid choice.
It was.
And honestly, exclude the fact that he became a Chunin by just giving up. Aside from the fact that his first mission was a failure, aside from the fact that he's not strong enough and no one really is afraid of him, aside from the fact that he can't throw hands with the Otsutsuki, which is the only way you're going to beat them because they can absorb jutsus, he just makes bad choices. And that one choice to try and attack the Kages, for me, disqualifies him forever from being a Kage.
I agree. But aside from those 6 things, he's totally capable of being a Kage.
I mean, shoot, he's disqualified for the same reason Sasuke is. They both attacked a 5 Kage summit.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Sasuke can never be Hokage. And he has plenty of power to spare.
And Sasuke knows he can never be Hokage.
Because it's not optics, He attacked the 5 Kages. He's a criminal.
When he was planning on being Hokage, he did it. He was thinking, you know what? I'll just give everybody an enemy.
Yeah.
And then they'll all come after me.
Right.
And that'll bring peace.
Right.
But he never thought he was going to do it leading the village.
Exactly.
To peace.
Exactly. And so, Shikamaru in that one act, I believe, disqualified himself from ever being Hokage. And honestly, probably also disqualified his son too. Because they care about, like, one of the things that goes into picking a Kage is they look at your lineage and who you were trained by.
Uh-huh.
Well, if your lineage and your trainer was also the guy who just attacked 5 Kages, and you have split loyalties, can't really make you a Kage.
That's gonna make a Sarada problem too, though.
Well, the thing is, though, like, she hasn't really been raised by Sasuke, which is apparent. Which is, I mean, her mother, what's her name, Sakura, has medical clinics in all 5 nations. Like, she's been helping people with, like, their PTSD and their issues from the war. So, like, she's renowned as a medical ninja. She was trained by Tsunade Hokage, who was trained by Hiruzen Sarutobi, who was the strongest of all 5 Kages at his time. Like, her lineage in terms of training leads right back to the first Hokage. So she's got it. And for better or worse, so does Sasuke's. Because he was trained by Orochimaru, who is now on the leash of the Leaf Village, by the way. So that whole problem has been solved. And the reason why he was able to still be free is because even though he did a lot of bad stuff, when it came time to defend the entire world from the Infinite Tsukiyomi, he was there. And he did. Without him, they would not have survived. Because remember, when Tsukiyomi came out, Sasuke used Susanoo to protect Kakashi or to protect Sakura and Naruto from it, because otherwise they were going to be in the Genjutsu. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, when the whole moon or the moon crashing on the earth or whatever, that whole meteor thing from one of the movies, Sasuke was there to help defend against that as well. Mm-hmm. So like he's done a lot of bad, but the reason he's allowed to be free, is because of all the good thing he did to balance it out.
We should have a discussion about that also one day.
What?
Not particularly Sasuke,
Uh huh.
but you know how like movies and TV shows and whatever. There's always this one bad guy, like Darth Vader or someone who's murdered millions of people, and then he does this one good thing, and everyone
Right.
goes, "Okay, he's good now," and he can just
Right.
walk around.
Now, interesting fact. Um, I was watching this video about Sasuke last night. He actually never killed anyone, which is part of why he was able to be forgiven. Danzo killed himself. Itachi killed himself because he Itachi played that whole match the exact way he wanted it to happen. He didn't kill the Raikage. The Raikage cut his own arm off. He didn't kill anybody at the summit, I believe.
No, he threatened.
He
He got beat. And
he got beat like a drum.
Yeah,
like wait. Sasuke with Mangekyou Sharingan got beat like a drum by the 5 Kages, and Shikamaru was like, "I can do it." Really, dude? Okay, sure. All right, yeah. But I mean, cause I would say Sasuke at 16 is better than Shikamaru now.
Yeah, and he got pulled out half dead.
They were taking turns on, hey, who wants to beat him up now? Like they were just like they're like, hey, pass the ball, yeah, But yeah, like Sasuke didn't do things that weren't undoable. Like even the one thing that they thought was the worst, Killer B, he didn't kill Killer B. Killer B gave him a tail in place of him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he tried some bad stuff, but
he never actually got away.
He never went all the way through with stuff. Even he never even killed Orochimaru. He absorbed him.
Yeah,
and he popped out later on. so he was kind of he was on the edge of darkness, and never actually completed. And he did come when all the villagers needed him. He did come. So, but I just don't think Shikamaru has it.
No, he doesn't.
In any regard, he is not worthy to be not just the 8th Hokage, a Kage for anything. He can't lead any village. Like he's good. He's good at advising. But that's about it.
He could have been like the
No, he couldn't have.
He could be the Kage of his own village.
Yeah, but that village is going to have to be alive with Naruto real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, straight up. I mean...
Yeah, they're like the hidden acorn village.
the village hidden in the shadows. The super, super hard to find shadows. Please don't kill us. So... Yeah, I just don't think Shikamaru is worthy. I can't think of any reason why he would be. He's not even the strongest person in his year, let alone his village. And honestly, in a world like Naruto's, if you're not strong, why should I follow you? If I can kill you, why do I respect you? I mean,
that's true.
I mean, like let's go through the Hokages. First Hokage, godlike strength. Second Hokage, godlike strength, with some of the most broken jutsus ever, like Shadow Clone and Edo Tensei. Third Hokage, they called him the Professor because he had access to every jutsu, or had a way to shut down every jutsu. Fourth Hokage, one-man army, who in the bingo book, it said, do not try and fight. Flee on sight. So yeah, don't even try. Just leave. Just leave the battlefield.
He was doing it jokingly.
Yeah. And then, of course, you have the fifth Hokage, who, super strong, can heal almost anything, and cannot be killed by physical means. You have to wait. Terrible. You have to wait for her to be out of chakra for her to die. And she was pretty trash. She was pretty trash. Yeah. Like she let Pain walk up in the village, do whatever she wanted. But even I think Tsunade now in Boruto could take Shikamaru. Then you go to the sixth Hokage. Like Danzo was it for a little bit. Danzo was super powerful. He got arrogant with his multiple Mangekyous, which will let him to die. Then you go to Kakashi as 6 Hokage. Like he's world renowned for being a copy ninja. He was there and fought Kaguya to save the world while Shikamaru was asleep. And like he's super skilled. Everyone respects him. Obviously he's not as powerful as the Kaguya that came before him, but he is still very powerful, and very very skilled. He's like the best a regular ninja could possibly be, you know. And then you come to Naruto, who can punch holes through the moon after being drained like it's nothing.
while still sitting at his desk.
He could be asleep. He could be asleep and kill you. Like like when he was a kid, he could accidentally blow a hole in the mountain and be like, "What happened? Oh, you blew up a mountain. Oh, okay, cool." Yeah, So it's like, and then to follow up with Shikamaru, it's like, what can you do? I'm very smart and I have shadows. So if we're in a dark room, you can't do anything.
Well, he only loses half his power.
So like if the shadows go away, you're useless. Is that what I'm hearing right
Well, no. There was a no. Tamari had to break into the wall and give him light.
now? It just I don't think
yeah, no,
he's not good. But but if you look at the current generation, I would say Shino would be a better choice. Not in terms of outright combat, but in terms of he can stop it before combat starts. Lee obviously with the 8 gates, that's very powerful. I would even say Mike Guy with one leg is better because he still has full access to all of his abilities. Like the guy that we saw fighting Madara, he can still do that. Because remember, what does he spend a lot of time doing? Walking on his hands. So having one leg does not hinder him at all.
That's true.
Like we saw him manhandle some Genians in Boruto in one of the side episodes, because he's like he's still him. Um, let's see who else in the generation would be good. I think obviously Sakura. I think Sakura would be a better choice.
How long does it take to learn the 8 gates?
They never really specified that, but I know Lee had 5 by the time he was 13 or 14.
So could Shikamaru learn the
No,
8 gates?
no. Shikamaru is not anywhere near strong enough to tolerate the 8 gates. He couldn't get past the third or fourth gate. Like I think Kakashi's only gotten to the third or fourth gate himself, and he's pretty peak regular ninja. So, Shikamaru is not. He is not mastering the gates. He's not doing that. He doesn't have.
If he could, would that change your mind?
No, it wouldn't, because all they do is survive that one shot from the 8 gates, and then he dies. But
yeah, pretty
but
much.
my guy can destroy you in regular form, and also he can go up to 7th gate and just kill you with that. Like 8th gate was when he was fighting a literal god, But so let's see who else could do it. Poor Konohamaru. He really thought he was gonna be somebody one day. He's trash. Mitsuki is powerful, but his dad's Orochimaru, so that's for sure not happening. That's for sure not happening. But anyways, guys, let us know down below in the comments. What do you think about Shikamaru possibly being the 8th Hokage? Do you agree with it? Do you hate it? What do you feel about it? Let us know down below.
Yeah, and if you say he should be, then you're objectively wrong.
Objectively wrong. Anyways, guys, we're gonna try and do videos more regularly this year. We took a year off to deal with our book Oddwell, available at Barnes and Noble and any comic book store near you. And we were working on a bunch of other stuff too. We're coming out with some new books this year as well, so we're trying to get back on it. But yeah, please, thank you for hanging on as long as you guys have. Hopefully, we'll return to doing regular content now. Until next time, we've been your host, Kirby Kid.
And Black Superman.
See you later, guys.